YouTube channel. My name is John. On this channel, we talk all things physical media, movies, music, and books. If you're into that kind of thing, hit subscribe down below for more of that kind of content. If you want to follow me on Letterboxd, also the link will be for that down below. I am recently using that site and I absolutely love it. Huge fan of it. So if you're on there, you want to see what I'm watching, read some reviews, you can check that out as well. Well, friends, this one is not movies. So I know the channel is about movies, music, and books. I haven't done a lot on music or books in a while, but I actually have a couple of book videos planned to come out, and I need to do this one. This one is a long time coming. This is vinyl that I've picked up. There's a ton of CDs I picked up too. I don't even remember what I've picked up over the last however many months, but vinyl, I have kept a record of that, what I've picked up, and this is going back to Thanksgiving of this past year. So we're talking November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. We're talking, 8 months worth of vinyl pickups. So I've got a bunch of stuff here, looking forward to showing you. This is from a bunch of different places, and I'm hoping to remember all of them off the top of my head as I go through them. Some are thrifted. Most of these were brand new, but at really crazy discounted prices. So friends, if you're a vinyl fan, you're here for this. If you're a movie fan, you might enjoy the next one. But anyway, friends, here we go. This is what I picked up vinyl-wise over the last 8 months. Okay, so I'm gonna get to some crazy, we have one, at the end, it's gonna be a nuts box set, which I cannot wait to show you. It's insane. And anyway, first I'm gonna show you what I've thrifted. I've only thrifted a few over the last 8 months, but I picked up a handful. I'm not the biggest John Denver fan, but when I find his stuff, I'll probably never buy a John Denver CD, but for some reason I really love listening to him on vinyl. So I found this for $1, Seasons of the Heart. So I picked that one up. Let me know if you're a John Denver fan. This one I found the same day I found Superman the movie on Blu-ray. Didn't have it in the collection. That was fairly recent. I found this one the very same day at a different thrift store. And this is Superman the movie, the soundtrack on vinyl. I was so excited to find this. I think this was $1, maybe $2 at the most. And I love the inside. So fun, the inside of that one. So anyway, Superman the movie. Got that soundtrack on vinyl, which is a lot of fun. This is another one I picked up the same day. This is the last one used vinyl I picked up. And this one is, I think this was $1 as well, maybe $2 at the most. I've never listened to this album. I don't have any comedy albums in my collection, but this is a legendary comedy album, so thought I'd grab it, especially for that price. It was in mint condition, and it is Steve Martin. So glad to have this one on vinyl. The inside, I love some of the inside artwork of this. So you have, there we go, Steve Martin on the inside. Really excited to add this one to the collection. Really thankful to have found that so cheap. Next I have, let me see here. All right, I'm gonna turn this one around a little bit. All right, this one is actually, it wasn't used, but it was gifted to me from a very dear friend. And this is a band who I really enjoy. I have, I think, all but one of their albums on CD, and it is the David Crowder Band. He had this for a very long time, and it actually is signed. He'd won this somewhere, and it is signed by the entire band, and I'm a huge fan of the band. So really excited to add this one to the collection. This is, has, let me see, double LP. Really excited, David Crowder Band. Glad to have that one in the collection. Next, I have for you one that was given to me for Christmas. I know it's a long time ago. For Christmas from my family, Bon Iver. Picked this one up. This is my second Bon Iver album, vinyl in my collection. Really glad to have this one. I love his music, so really thankful for this one. Next, I have some Amazon stuff that I picked up. This one, I'm a huge fan of both the brothers, the band that they had together, and now all their solo stuff. And this is Liam Gallagher, Down by the River Thames. This is a live record, and it has, if you're checking out Liam Gallagher's live stuff, what you're gonna find on it, which I love, is you're gonna find all of his new stuff, the bigger hits, but also you're gonna find just a ton of Oasis stuff. So you've got Champagne Supernova, you've got Supersonic, Head Shrinker, Cigarettes and Alcohol, Morning Glory, you have all of this stuff. So really cool. I'm a big fan of Liam Gallagher and his solo material. Glad to have that in the collection. Also on Amazon pickup is Gary Clark Jr., Black and Blue. If you have not heard this album, you need to rush out and pick up this album. This is so good. Bright Lights is just an unbelievable, it's my introduction to him off the EP that came out before this album came out. I have the EP on CD. And that single song just floored me. It is so stinking good. That's on here. Numb is a great song. This is just So good. Friends, if you're not familiar with Gary Clark Jr., you need to familiarize yourself. Pick this album up. Fantastic. Glad to have this one on vinyl. Next, I'm going to go with some Target pickups. Friends, in your Targets, it's most likely they have a, let me see here, a clearance section. And if you have not checked out the clearance section, check it out because you may find some incredible finds. I have found some stuff lately, some a few months ago that are amazing. This one I just found last week and I have not opened it yet. And it is the limited edition clear vinyl of Pearl Jam Versus. Love this album. Of course, I have it on CD. And as you can see, the clearance sticker, there we go. So this was down to $12.49. So it can't beat that one. Pearl Jam record on vinyl. Glad to have that in the collection. Next, I have none of his music, but I saw this one for $7.79. In fact, it might have been a little bit lower, but $7.79 at least. And so I decided to pick it up. And from my understanding is it's a contemplative album, kind of on grief, meditation on grief. And so, yeah, thought it sounded interesting. And this is Ed Sheeran, Subtract. Again, I don't have any of his music. If you know this album, let me know what you think of it, but looking forward to checking that one out. And the last Target pickup I have here, I'm a big fan of the band. I took the sticker off of this one, but this one was the $5 to $7 range as well. And it's his newest album, and it is Dave Matthews Band, Walk Around the Moon. So again, $5 to $7. I couldn't pass this one up to add that one on vinyl for the collection. I don't have this on CD. Glad to have this one on vinyl though. Next is, I think there's two actually, and then I'm gonna go into all my Whatnot pickups. So one I actually forgot to bring with me, and it is a Paul McCartney record. I'm gonna put it right here. This one I picked up, and this other one I'm gonna show you in a moment. They were both brand new sealed, and I went to a record store that was around me that's actually closing, which is really unfortunate. But they did a 50% off sale, and they did put an advertisement on their Facebook page. So I went down and I said, is it just old stock or is it also new? And they said it's new as well. So I actually bought that day a bunch of CDs and two brand new vinyl records. One, this Paul McCartney album, which I mentioned, and I'm so sorry I didn't bring it with me, but picked that up, and it's an album I've wanted to have. And then this one, I'm a big fan of this band, and to pick this one up on vinyl for 50% off was crazy cheap and amazing and fun. Jimmy Eat World, Integrity Blues. So I would love to pick up more of his stuff on vinyl. I have a bunch on CD, but really glad to finally have some of his music, some of the band's music on vinyl. So Jimmy Eat World. Next is all Whatnot, and this is all from Thanksgiving pre-Christmas. Friends, if you don't check that app out for movies and vinyl, you absolutely have to. So I only check it out personally. I've only bought stuff on vinyl there, and all of this, friends, is so cheap. Most of this stuff is $5, maybe even a little bit less than $5. If you're around Christmas, Thanksgiving, some of the channels, they just start like clearancing stuff out so they can get new stock in the new year. So for me, this is all dirt cheap, all brand new factory sealed, crazy good shipping. Everything was great. So I'll rip through what I picked up on Whatnot. The first one is Elvis Costello and the Imposters, The Boy Named If. This one I still have not yet opened yet. So anyway, I'm glad to have that. Always thankful and glad to add more Elvis Costello to my collection. This one is Elvis Costello and the Imposters, Look Now. This one I have opened. Next, I have not opened this one, but love this music very, very much. This is Dyke and the Blazers, I Got a Message. Really outstanding music, and I could not believe it. I was buying this for so stinking cheap. So glad to have this one in the collection. Next is one that I really glad to have. Huge fan of his music. I do not have this one on CD. I have a lot of his discography on CD, but didn't have this one. This is Picture Disc. I'm not the biggest fan of Picture Discs, but it's cool. And for, I think it was $4 or $5, you can't complain. And it is Beck Hyperspace. And there's the Picture Disc. So Beck on vinyl, can't complain. Here we go. A handful more. You might think this is funny. I love his music. I have one of his albums on CD, but I actually enjoy his stuff on vinyl, and so I pick it up when I can. And all of these were the $4 or $5 range, all brand new and sealed. This is Roy Orbison, Cry Softly, Lonely One. I have listened to all of these many times. I really enjoy them. Roy Orbison, The Roy Orbison Way. And Roy Orbison, There Is Only One. I am a big fan of Roy Orbison, clearly. I really enjoy his music. So glad to have all these in the collection. So the last one I'll mention, this is the box set that I had mentioned. And this one was for a crazy good price, and it is unreal. It is a numbered set. This one is numbered 2283. This has a limited edition deluxe box set. It has 4 LPs, 2 CDs, a Blu-ray concert film, and then it has a bunch of extra features in there as well, like photos, a book, a replica of the ticket. Anyway, this is Soundgarden live from the Artist's Den. This is a giant box set. I have not opened this one yet. Picked this up right around Christmas time. But I love the band. I have a bunch of the stuff on CD. This is the back, if you want to pause and zoom in on that. So there's so much in this set. Really, really cool set. And again, it has 4 LP. There's a Blu-ray, which I was really excited about for the full concert. Bonus interviews there of the 2 CDs. This is just so jam-packed. Absolutely crazy to have found this so stinking cheap on Whatnot. So anyway, friends, that is what I've picked up in the last 8 months on vinyl. Let me know what you picked up. Let me know what you think of any of this stuff, and I will do better in the future at keeping up to pace what I'm picking up on vinyl. But this catches me up to today. This is what I've picked up in the last 8 months up to like last week. So anyway, friends, thanks so much for checking out this video. As always, appreciate it. Appreciate you. Take care of yourself. We'll see you next time.